Hello everyone and welcome to Butterfly Dreams Crochet. My name is Gina and today we're going to do a tutorial to show you how to make a notion pouch using the thermal stitch. Very simple stitch. Once you get your foundation row done, row 2 becomes your repeat row throughout the entire project, and this is what it looks like worked up. I used the Premier Hipster cotton in this one. I love the texture of this stitch. It's a very versatile stitch. You can use it for bags, you can use it for tops, cardigans, baby blankets, hats, anything you want to use, scarves, whatever. Very versatile stitch, and it works up pretty quick too. So today what you're going to need is a button of your choice, a darning needle, a pair of scissors, a sewing needle that will fit through the eyes of your button, a yarn threader, a tape measure, some cotton yarn, and a crochet hook. And I will be using a 4.0 millimeter hook today. I am using the Peaches and Cream Stripey. Now this is a medium weight number 4, but this is a very small 4 weight yarn. So it recommends a 5. I'm going to a 4. And this is 100% cotton, and it's about 102 yards, and we won't use all of it. So I'm going to get y'all a little bit closer to the table, get everything else out of the way, and we will get started on it. Now this is done using the multiples of 4 plus 2, and I will be chaining 28 plus my 2 for 30. Okay, make your slip knot and chain 28 plus 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 28 and plus 2. And remember, the loop on your hook never counts as a stitch. This is the first chain and this is the second chain. So we're going to work 1 single crochet in that back loop. See that little bar right there? We're going to work into that bar, 1 single crochet, one half double crochet, and 2 double crochets, just like that. So we have our single, half double, double, double. Now we're going to skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and in the next stitch in that back bar we're going to work 1 single, 1 half double crochet, and 2 double crochets. And this is what we're going to repeat until we get to the end, and we have 4 stitches left. So skip, 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 and work a single, a half double, and 2 doubles. We're going to skip, 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 and work single, half double, and 2 doubles. And we're going to skip, 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 one single, one half double, and two doubles. Oops, I went in the big hole. Double and double, just like that. Skip, 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 one single, one half double, and two doubles. And we're going to skip, 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 one single, one half double, and double two times. We should have 4 stitches left. 1, 2, 3, and 4 right here. And that very last chain, we're going to work one single crochet, and that is what it should look like, just like that. Now we're going to chain 1. Now this will be your repeat row for the entire project. Turn your work, and we're going to work one single, one half double, and two doubles, all in that same stitch. Just like that. We're going to skip the next 3. 1, 2, 3, and right here we're going to work a single, half double, and two doubles. Skip the next 3, and in the top of that single crochet, repeat those stitches. So single, half double, and two doubles. Skip those 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and in that single crochet, work a single, half double, and two doubles. Skip those 3, and in the top of that single crochet, work a single, a half double, and two doubles. Skip those 3, and then the top of that single, single, half double, and two doubles, all in the top of that single crochet. Skip those 3, and in the top of that single, work a single, half double, and two doubles. And when you get to the end, you're going to skip those 3, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to work a single crochet in that single crochet, just like that. And that's what it should look like. You're going to simply repeat by chaining 1, turning, and working a single, a half double, and two doubles in that top of that very first single. Skip those 3, and in that single crochet, just repeat those stitches. Single, half double, and 2 doubles, and continue that until it has reached the length that you desire, because we will be folding it up and sewing up the sides. So I will meet y'all back when I get mine the length that I want it, and I will show y'all how to finish it, put the sides on it, put the button on it, and you'll have a notion pouch. I just wanted to jump back on right quick and show y'all what it should look like so far, and this is how it's coming along. You see my edges are straight, they're not crooked. So, and the stitch is a tight closed stitch. So keep working until you get it the length that you want it. The length determines how big your pocket is. If you want a pocket this big, then by all means make it that big. Now I do measure mine, and this is about 5 1/4 inches, which is a nice size pouch. So it's that size. Just wanted to jump on and show y'all my progress. Okay, this is how far I went with my design. I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 29 rows of the thermal stitch. So let me turn my light on. There we go. Much better. 29 rows of the thermal stitch. Now what we want to do is we want to build our foundation like we did here for our buttonhole, to be able to put our button on. I find it better just to do single crochets. However, you could do half doubles if you wanted to. That way you don't have to do as many rows or whatever. But I like doing the single crochet because it gives a little tighter foundation for your buttonhole and everything. So I'm gonna pull my camera back down. This is the D ring with the lobster clasp that I was telling y'all that we could put on them, where you could hook it to your project bag. Some projects bag may have a little loop on the inside that you can hook it inside of there. You could put your tape measure, you could put your scissors, your darning needles, everything in this one little pouch. So let me pull my camera down and I'll go ahead and show you what we do next for the buttonholes, and then we'll put it together and we will have a nice little pouch. Okay, and I love this new setup thanks to Veronica. She shared her stand that she uses, and I really love it. And one of my subscribers, I normally turn my webcam around the opposite direction where it looks like you're looking at my hands the right way, like right now. Well, you won't see this, but right now if I'm looking at my computer, it's like I'm doing everything upside down. But I can flip the video around to where it looks right, and it looks like it gives a bird's eye view. One of my subscribers did say that when I do it the other way, it aggravates her vertigo. So I really appreciate her sharing that information with me, because that only made me figure out another way to do things. So yeah, so this is row 29. What we want to do is chain 1 and turn. And now the only thing we're going to do is work 1 single crochet in every stitch to the end. And you should have 28 stitches when you make it to the other side. So just continue to put one single crochet in the top of every stitch. Now you will make this part here as long as you want it, depending on how much of a fold you want to have to come over the top. So we have 28 single crochets across the top. So on this one I did 1, 2, 3, 4 single crochet rows, and that's how it looks right there. So on this one I'm gonna do it a little bit different. I'm gonna do another row of singles before I actually start my buttonhole. So we just gonna chain 1, turn, and we're coming right back down that same, doing all single crochets into every single crochet across, and you should still have 28 singles when you make it to the end. So go ahead and do that, and I will meet y'all when I get to the end. Okay, so I'm here at the end. I have my last stitch to do, and I'm going to work 1 single crochet in the top of that last single crochet, and that gives me 28. Now we're going to chain 1 and turn, and I like to put my button right up here just to see how wide it is. So that covers about 4 stitches, so we have 28. So I'm going to single crochet to the first 12, and I'm going to chain 3, and I'm going to skip 4 and then crochet the remaining 12. I'm only going to do chain 3 because I want it to be kind of tight to my button. So we're going to work 1 single crochet in the next 12 single crochets. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Chain 3, but we're going to skip 4. So skip, 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 and work 1 single crochet in the next 12. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Chain 1 and turn. Now we're going to work 1 single crochet in every stitch till we get to our buttonhole. And we're going to put 4 single crochets in that space. Even though we only chained 3, we're still going to do 4 because we skipped 4, and that will keep us with 28 stitches. And just continue working 1 single crochet in the top of every single crochet until you get to the end. And we are done. Now if you're happy with that, okay, so I have done 1 row of singles on top of my buttonhole, and I'm going to do 1 more row of singles back across, and that will be the last. So we have 1, so just work 1 single crochet all the way across, and when you get to the end we will cut our yarn. And then we'll put our button on. And this just helps give the buttonhole a little more stability. But if you're using cotton yarn, it's going to be stable anyway. Now, if you wanted to, you could take this row here and go around with a row of single crochets all the way around, but I don't, because I like, with this stitch, I like the little trim that you get, the little ridge. I think it's pretty. So the uneven edge, which is from the stitch itself. So this is it. This is the right side. This is the wrong side. So we're going to flip this up to that point, and we're going to take our flap and fold it over and see if that is good. And I think that is perfect, just like that. Now if you needed to, you could take a stitch marker and place it here to the side and connect your two pieces, which I normally don't, just so you know where you're going to start from. So let's finish this off. Chain 1 and cut, leave a tail long enough to weave in, and just snug that tight, and then we'll weave the ends in when we're done sewing everything up. So this is how it's going to go. So this is the right side, this is the wrong side. Now I'm going to flip mine out just like that. Remove my stitch marker, and I want it right there. Now we're going to take our darning needle, cut us some yarn, don't have to be too long, put it through our needle, and I'm going to start here on this corner and go through those loops. And what I like to do, because this is going to be on the inside, you're not going to see this, I like to secure it with a little knot right there. And then take my working yarn and just weave it in a little bit through some stitches, and I sew over my tail as I sew the side up. So we're just going to weave that in, and we're going to come back here, just find your next stitch and go through the top of it like so. Come to your next stitch, and you don't have to do every single stitch across, and just kind of snug it. And what that does is it allows you to pull your stitches a little bit tighter without pulling the yarn and making it bulk up by tying the knot and weaving the yarn in a little bit. So we're just going to keep going. And you see we're weaving that tail in as we go. And remember, we tied it in a knot back here. If you go through the top outer stitches, your stitching will not be seen on the inside. And just find this stitch here. Go through both of those. We can bring this down and weave it in with this. And I'll show you what I like to do too. I like to take the tail and tie it in a knot right there as well. And I like to come up here and grab that stitch and put another stitch here, just to kind of secure that end piece there. And I will go over that a couple of times, go through and pull, and I will tie this again. In my knot and trim it. And when you flip it out, that is how it looks. You can see the stitches just a little bit, but not a lot. So now we just go over to the other side. And I think I need a little longer piece of yarn. I didn't cut it quite long enough for both sides. I normally do. And we start again at the bottom. You just want to make sure that it stays straight. And I do the same thing here. And I secure this with a knot. And then I lay my tail across the top and sew over it as I go. And I go back through this again too. And now we just start stitching along the sides, just like we did on the other one. I didn't weave it in first though. I forgot that part, so make sure you don't have to weave it in. You can definitely just do your stitching like this, where I put that knot in there. Now you could do it with a slip stitch. You could have done it with a single crochet around. I just prefer this method. Now make sure it's straight, because we're getting here to the end. To look from time to time, make sure I'm still in view. And again, go through both of those to kind of pull that corner too. Go up between there. That's going to kind of secure it. I didn't have a tail on this side to put a knot with, so I will do this a couple of times. And then what I like to do is take this and just weave it down through here where it's tight at, just like so. And sometimes you got to pull on it to get it through there. Just make sure you stretch it out and you're not pulling it too tight where it buckles. I'm going to go back that way, and I'm going to weave it through here some. Come back and go up through there. And that should be good. We're going to trim that little tail there. And we're going to cut this off. Now we're going to flip it inside out, because that was the wrong side. And that is what it should look like now. Now I'm going to go ahead and weave this end in. I'm just going through these little back bumps of those single crochets. Come back that way, that locks it in. And just keep weaving. Stretch it a little bit and cut. Now we want to fold it over, find our spot for our button, and right there should be good. So just leave that right there. Now you want your yarn needle and your thread, and this is where I use my needle threader. Just pop it on there, lay your yarn across, make sure that goes through the eye, and work it through the best you can. Sometimes it can be hard. Cut your yarn to the length that you think you need. And I always start on the underside. And I come across, go into the next eye, pull that like that. Then I flip this over like so, and I secure it with a knot. If I can get the yarn through the hole. Just like that, and then I just continue if I can find where I need to go. That's the hardest part of putting a button on, is finding those holes. And I will go through this a couple of times, back and forth, making the X. We'll go through the other one more time. Just want to make sure it's good and secure. Just like that. You can pull your tail out like that and weave this in through the yarn. Now if your tail was a little bit longer, you could have tied another knot, and I may be able to with this little short piece. And let me come back up here closer to it. Oh yeah. tie it with a knot and weave the end in just a little bit. And trim. And you have a crocheted pouch. Now, I don't know why that wants to curl up all the time, but it does. Every one I made, this wants to curl. If I blocked it, it probably wouldn't do that. So this is it. And if you want to put your hook on there, what I like to do is come here to this side or to the other side, whichever side you prefer. Take your yarn, your hook, make a slip knot, get it in the position that you need it to be, insert your hook through both pieces, put your hook on there, and work a single crochet. And then you're going to continue as evenly as you possibly can. Working one single crochet around that hook, just like that. And you want that to be kind of tight. Now if you didn't want it up here, you could put it at the bottom too, but I always put mine up at the top. Go through and work a single crochet, and then I like to come back through with a slip stitch just to kind of snug it there. Chain one, cut, pull through, pull that tight, and now you have a hook on your case. Once you weave in your ends, you will be done with your pouch. And we can put our tape measure in there, we can put our scissors in there, you can even put a hook in there, but your hook's gonna poke through this one. It's not quite wide enough for your hook, but you can definitely put your tape measure, your scissors, you can even put your darning needle in there, stitch markers, whatever you need in that pouch, you can put that in there just like that. Hope y'all enjoy this. If you make it, make sure to send me pictures to the Yarny Fiber Sisters at yarnyfibersisters@gmail.com, and I will feature it in one of our slideshows. So now all I have to do is weave in my ends from where I sewed on my clamp, and we are done. Done. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure to leave me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and let me know what y'all think. And I will see y'all in the next one. Y'all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.